What's up, everybody? Before we get into this first episode of 2022, I want to stop by formally thanking Jason Jensen, who is one of the newest Patreon subscribers that we got. So if you're not sure what Patreon is, it's a way for listeners to be able to, financially, basically support the show. All this content is free. I'll never charge for the podcast. But, if you wanted to, if you really dig it and you want to, support the show, go over to patreon.com/bigtruth. There's 4 different levels of patronage there. They all come with their own exclusive benefits. And, and I always try and release episodes early and get them out there. And we're going to do some special content this year just for Patreon subscribers, and all kinds of things in the works. And, before we even get into today's episode, I got to go through a little bit of things here with some of our sponsors and pay a little bit of bills and, give props to the people that support this show. If you need motorcycle parts, you got a chopper or a custom bike, a stock bike, Japanese bike, Harley, whatever, you need to check out oldbikebarn.com over at www.oldbikebarn.com or on Instagram and social medias at oldbikebarn. They got whatever you need. And what they definitely got that a lot of other places don't have is stuff for your old vintage Japanese bike. And you go to the site, it's wicked easy to use. It's broken up by, whether you're building a chopper, a cafe racer, a desert sled, custom, stock, whatever. They have it broken up in parts just for like those things, and then you can search for your bike, whatever. There's all kinds of ways to get around there. And they also have their own brand of leather goods and knives under the White Knuckler name, made in the USA. Good quality stuff, good quality people over there. So make sure you support Old Bike Barn at oldbikebarn.com. If you have things like anxiety or hard time sleeping or, aches and pains from getting older or beating your body up, any of that stuff, you need some CBD oil for that. And right now there's a lot of CBD manufacturers out there and there's a lot of bullshit on the market. But you definitely need to go check out Cradle Lake Clear because they have super refined and clean processes and using the best materials, organic stuff, no weird chemicals or any of that crap in there. And I use that at night and sleep like a baby. So check them out at cradlelakeclear.com. And if you use the code BIGTRUTH at checkout, you get like 20% off your order. So you win tremendously right there. If you happen to be on the unfortunate situation where you find yourself in a motorcycle accident, you need to check out Law Tigers. It's a law firm by riders for riders that specialize in motorcycle accidents. So you go to lawtigers.com or go on Facebook and type in Law Tigers in your state and you'll get in touch with a local office. Again, that's the one I hope you never need to use. But if you find yourself in that shitty situation, make sure you check out Law Tigers. If you are looking for any clothing, you need to check out my homies at Omerta. They make some of the coolest shit on the market right now. Everyone's seen those shirts like Stop Glorifying Rats, shit like that. They're the ones behind it. Whether you need t-shirts, scarves, hats, gear up for the winter, all kinds of, they do all kinds of limited stuff, all kinds of sales, all shit all the time. You need to check them out. It's omertamia.com, omertamia.com, or all their social medias is at omertamia. And if you use the promo code BIGTRUTH there, you will also get 20% off your order there. So you win heavily. Speaking of heavy stuff, if you are into choppers and custom bikes and vans, 70s boogie vans or show vans or hot rods or muscle cars, but you're also into like really weird dark shit like the occult or cults just in general, or serial killers or street weaponry, any of that type of shit, then you will definitely dig what my man Zach Doom is brewing over at Heavy Clothing. And you can check them out at heavy.bigcartel.com or on Instagram at Heavy Clothing. If any of those things appeal to you at all, you will dig what he's got. So make sure you check them out. And This episode is particularly relevant to the heavy crowd, and we'll get into that in a second. But make sure if you do dig motorcycles and custom bikes, stock bikes, whatever, and you want to get more information about what's going on in the motorcycle world, you need to check out Chop Cult at chopcult.com. They're the biggest kind of information clearinghouse and message board setup and everything for motorcycles. If you go their message board, it's like broken up by topic, by type of bike, by years. There's all kinds of shit out there. You find whatever you look for, whatever you ride or whatever you're interested in, it's over there if it's related to motorcycles. They also have an online web store and where you can buy parts and clothing from different manufacturers. They have an online swap meet where you can buy and trade and sell parts or whole bikes or whatever. They got a online events page there where you can find out about motorcycle related events anywhere in the country, broken up by date, actually anywhere in the world, because this shit's all worldwide. But yeah, just check them out, chopcult.com, and also just on all the social media, simply at chopcult. Pitchfork, another clothing brand and record label run by brothers of mine. You need to check them out, pitchforkny.com. They are mainstays in the punk, hardcore, and metal scenes. If you listen to any of those types of music and look at pictures of the bands you love the most, guaranteed one of them is wearing a Pitchfork shirt. So check them out, pitchfork.com. They also do a cool record label, and they just put out a New York hardcore compilation LP that you need to check out, pitchforkny.com. Last but not least, if you are interested in custom motorcycles, give my shop a look up. We're a full-service brick-and-mortar shop. We're not a lifestyle brand. We are a motorcycle shop. We build custom bikes. We do service and repair. So anything you need, from an oil change to a full chopper built, anything in between, we do it all. Audio, performance upgrades, motor work, whatever, give us a call. It's choppahead.com, CHOPPAHEAD. We got a parts counter here, and we also have an online store. So check us out there. You can get some gear and everything there. But if you're anywhere in New England, you should stop in. We're at 13 County Road in East Freetown, Massachusetts. Give us a ring, 508-995-674. 508-995-6764 if there's anything you need that you don't see on the site, because we are set up with everybody. So any parts you need, we can ship right to you. It's not a problem. If you want more information on the podcast, simply go to bigtruthpodcast.com. All the episodes are up there. Please, wherever you listen to this, if you're on Apple, give us a good review. 5 stars would be the best. And, if you could write a little something, if you really dig this, it really helps us. Or if you're listening on YouTube, give us a review there. Wherever you're listening, give us a review or a like or whatever, subscribe. All of that helps this show get more visibility and get up there in those weird algorithms that I don't really understand. So now, before we get into today's episode, I haven't listened to it yet. I'm going to have to go through it a little bit and kind of make sure everything's not too fucking bananas. And I say this because, we've done, most of the podcast is, most episodes are, the general format is me and one other person or maybe 2 other people, and we're doing kind of interview conversation style. But we do the M4 podcast, which is me and some friends, and like a round table, we call it. We all sit here and we get drunk and we review music and movies and talk motorcycles and all that stuff. And those are always fun because the beginning are always nice and tame, but by the end we're all hammered and it just falls apart. And it's embarrassing for us, but everyone seems to like it, and it's a good source of entertainment. But people love those. But about a year ago, I came up with another format concept with my boy Stress. Stress from Philadelphia. He's a world-class DJ, gold record producer, all around fucking rad dude, good friend of mine, and solid brother. He couldn't be on this one, but so let me explain. So today, first episode of 2022, we're kicking it off big style and with a new format that we do every now and then, and it's called the Launch Pad. So the Launch Pad means we get together and I'm refining the format based off of how we did with this one. It's always in flux, but we're gonna clean it up a little bit better next time, have it so it flows a little better. But basically, so say this one, there's 3 of us. It's me, Jimmy G from Murphy's Law, who you know, and he's been on this podcast before, and my brother Viking. And Viking is a big fucking humongous dude who is used to be a strongman competitor, and now he's a active jiu-jitsu competitor. And basically, you know, the goal of this is that we all take a bunch of psychedelic stuff and then wait like an hour and hit record and then see what the hell happens. And so on this one, me and Viking took a bunch. All right, I'm going to say we allegedly may or may not have taken a bunch of magic mushrooms of the penis envy strain, which is known for its kind of intergalactic qualities. And so we may or may not have taken a copious amount of those things, psilocybin-packed action mushrooms. And we may or may not have had a DMT pen in the house that we all partook of. And Jimmy Gestapo may or may not have partook of that all throughout the whole interview. And I will also say that we started recording this, I can't even remember, it was 3 or 4 in the morning. We'd all been drinking all day and night because we were at an event called the Hooligan Holiday in Albany, New York. Murphy's Law had played, and it was a good time. So around being the brain trust that we are, like 3:30, we decided to come back to my hotel room. I had the podcast equipment all set up, and we went from there. So you are hearing the inaugural edition of the Launchpad. But please, before we start, understand this is for research purposes only. And, you know, we may or may not have been under the influence of a lot of substances that you shouldn't do. I mean, maybe you should do, maybe you shouldn't do. I don't know. It's up to you. If you have any history of mental health issues like schizophrenia, you should definitely not partake in any psychedelic substances without the being in the presence of somebody who's experienced with that stuff. Don't do as we do, you know, just listen. This is for entertainment purposes. And I just wanted to kind of give this disclaimer because, you know, it was a long day. We were sleep deprived, drunk all day, and may or may not have taken psychedelic stuff. So don't expect this to be, you know, the most pinpointed conversation, but I guarantee it'll be funny as fuck. So
We have a liftoff.
Yeah, once again, we got liftoff. We're doing a special live edition of the Big Truth podcast coming from the Hampton Inn Suites in Albany, New York. And we're here for the Hooligan Holiday. What's the matter where we're at? We're going to be doing all kinds of incriminating shit. Like, it doesn't matter where we're at.
Awesome. The FBI already tuned in, bro.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Before we start, what I should say is that right now I'm joined by my brother Viking, who's a strongman competitor, a power lifter, and a jiu-jitsu aficionado. And then amongst other things, and Jimmy G, who you know from bands such as Murphy's Law,
Also a strongman, and just a Jew loving guy.
What loving guy?
Jew loving guy. Well, I'm trying to get away from the name Gestapo because you know.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
Steve Postle is my best friend.
But what we missed was you doing the new intro to the podcast.
I was like, his name is Truth. He'll bust your tooth. He rides a bike and licks a dyke. He'll bust your head and make you dead. Look out. It's a Truth podcast.
There we go. I don't even need the theme song anymore.
Arizona got a boner. Gave me hammer, not the skins. Pulled it out and stick it in. Look out. Wait. You know what I heard? There's fungus among us.
Yeah. There is. I'm trying to get this
Yeah, it won't stay.
Arizona was the first place that did peyote, which is
So we should also say in the house we got Roscoe P. Cocaine and Bricktop Brent from Arizona. We got Eric from San Francisco and my partner in crime Dan from.
Dude, our brothers we haven't seen in like years because
because things have just the world's been a
first my dick
weird
was
place.
broken, and then the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
See what happens? They break my dick. The pandemic happened.
Anyone who has any questions about COVID or anything, it all goes back to Jimmy's dick.
Blovid.
Jimmy's broken dick.
In the black and blue world, we call it blovid. Blovid.
But in full disclosure, me and Viking took a bunch of mushrooms about 10 minutes ago.
And should I just smoke this?
So we're waiting for it, and we got a DMT pen that Jimmy's.
How do I do it?
I think you got to turn it on.
Hold that button.
Where's the button? Right. Find the button, you big fat hands. I want to play in a rock and roll band. Everything could be like to the tune of Spider-Man. So we're also.
I have no idea.
So truth, the last time we did an interview, we did it like via like
phone. This is in person, like live from the room.
Yeah, but with our brothers next to us after.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, man.
But also I'm trying to get all of us ride and stuff, and
everyone jump behind so we can get it.
Can't wait to ride an iron horse. He rides.
Everyone jump behind. What's up?
Good in there, Jim.
No.
This is how it's done, dude. It's not. Oh, Brent looks fucking creepy.
I just gotta say, I love all my brothers very much.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see these guys. Even though, look, dude, they make fucking hair clip mention. He's dying.
Absolutely.
He's a pirate.
So do that. Hit that button.
Where's the button?
The button's
with your giant hands.
Right there.
Use your giant hands.
Here I go.
4 big hits. It's a DMT pen. We're gonna see how this goes.
1, 2.
That's a small hit.
2 more.
Full disclosure, it's 3:35 a.m. and we're just starting the podcast. So if it's a little sloppy,
2 is good for me for the moment. But you understand, like 3, I didn't get fucked up before we played.
Yeah.
I did 1 blip and then had a couple of drinks because I was being careful. That's why I didn't come here last night because I knew I'd be dead because I have no self-control. And with you guys, so tonight, so now something happened. Like from my played 11 o'clock, and all of a sudden it was like 3 a.m.
Yeah, it's 3:35 a.m. right now.
So gay. We got to move to Vegas.
In Vegas, it's only 1:35.
Yeah, Vegas shit don't stop with it.
Yeah.
But the only thing that stops me from moving to Vegas is like it's 1,000 degrees.
Yeah.
I love guns and I love gambling. I just love guns.
He loves procrastinating.
Yeah, can you hit that 2 more times, please?
What are you trying? I did 2. I'm waiting, dude. You guys are.
Get a little closer to the.
You guys are. He can hear it.
I was
How
actually
could you not hear?
about to prop him up in case he takes 2 more and just goes the fuck out.
So Murphy's Law played tonight. We're in Albany, New York. It was a good time. And Shit Terror played last night. All right, 2 more.
No,
One more. We'll do 1 more.
I'm good for the moment.
Right,
you guys
he's
are
for the
dicks. Yeah. Stop looking at me.
Dicks. Don't look at. You're feeling self-conscious.
You guys are all looking at me, waiting for me, and all of a sudden you're like. Yeah, you guys want to? All right, you tripping dickhead.
That's the other podcast, not this one.
But
so who's your older brother, Truth? So let's talk about the old Murphy's Law shows when I used to smoke angel dust on stage.
Yeah, well,
when I used to see Void and Spike bracelet up and go to DC and smoke dust and put taps on my boots that stuck out so I could fuck motherfuckers up.
You put what on your boots?
Taps, you know.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you want to think that?
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, we used to get jumped out of Spike 10. So I put taps on my boots. So you got jump. You kick somebody.
So if you were at a show in the 1982, 1983 time zone and you got fucked up in DC and Jimmy was in the house. If
all of a sudden you heard Gregory Hines and then your face hurt, Jimmy G was in the pit.
Back then, the DC and Boston guys used to come and try to like fuck us up, and then which is great now because we're Boston's us now.
Yeah.
We are Negan. But we would go to DC. Void, Misfits, Minor Threat. I got a picture of me jumping 2 angles off of the PA. With a subway chain on my boot, jumping to take care of one of my friends. And we'd show up to like clubs and be like, yo, we're from New York, we're here to dance. And that's when you wore spike bracelets and when you went to see Void, you smoked dust and would go to like, not fight, but like dance motherfuckers, like.
There was a little bit of peacocking going on for sure. Right? No, you showed up to
but not like what they call it now.
That's what you're saying.
The kids call it like the kill thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, crowd killing. But it wasn't crowd killing. It was like creepy crawl, face off with some dude and like, yeah, spike bracelet and be like, yeah. But they were like, DC and they were filming and documenting shit with cameras and all. And we were like,
yeah, because they were like Senator's sons.
There was like 10 of us in a van smoking dust on our way to just fuck dance.
Yeah. Now, what from your recollection? You've been to a lot of shows over the years. What was like the craziest show you went to? Like, what was like the fucking? Is there a standout one?
Well, the riot in Summers on the Beach in Florida.
Yeah.
We played this club in Florida once before, and it was cool. They had a pool, everything's nice.
What year? What time frame?
1962.
62.
No.
Yeah.
I forget, but we played there once with Marilyn Manson.
Opened for the Beach
Marilyn
Boys.
Manson opened for us.
Yeah.
And then we played there again, and it was like this kid, like Crow, his name was Strongman, cast on a leg, and it was like 400 kids. That's when the band drew different, and the club.
Well, clubs like bands used to just draw way.
But the bouncers were like being aggressive, and I tried to be. I was like, yo, but there was like 5 Marine guys on leave. You know, I would support our troops. Of course, I'm a king bootlicker. I love cops and military. So the bouncer came up, and I had a cassette recording of it. He's like, took the mic from me. He's like, where I come from? It was like out of nowhere, because I was defending this kid. They were roughing him up with a cast. And he's like, where I come from, I do a combat, and I take no survivors. I'll never forget the dumb shit he said. And I was like, what? It was, and it was like, and they like went at me, and then the Marine guys went at them, and then the bouncers like one of them came out like a bear can of mace and maced the whole crowd, and I like ran in the back and was washing my face in the toilet. The place had a pool. All the equipment was in the pool. We got everything out of the pool. We went back to the hotel. This is before like cell phones. And I'm by the pool talking to this girl. Everyone's partying in the room. I see the 2 cops walk up to the room. I'm like, oh shit. They come down. They're like, are you James Drescher? And I'm like, yes sir. And the cop takes the fucking gun and like bashes me in the face. And yeah, but I love it. I love it now.
Yeah.
I got another great one. But they like hog tied me. Second time I've been hog tied, and they throw me in the back of the fucking car, and the cop they
had their way with you.
No, once they got me to Broward County, of course the cop was like, so you see, like you be with that girl, and I'm like, dude, I was like, but they were scared. There was like 400 kids like freaking out. There's like newspaper. The cops were like, I've never seen anything like 30-something yet. So they take me to Broward County, and it was like federal and state guys. So the federal guys are like these black guys who are like, yo, you're gonna kill you. I'm like, you ain't gonna kill nobody. So I get a band.
Wait, who?
There was like
inmates or cops?
Yeah, inmate.
Oh, okay.
Well, the cops beat me when they got me to Broward County. The cops put me in a cell across from all the kids that got arrested. And they like beat me like I was smiling because even then I was out of body career. They beat the shit out of me. But I was like they beat the. I was like, I'm laughing. I was like, and the classic line is like, my father beat me better.
Yeah.
My father did. So then once they put me in population, it was state and federal across from each other. So the federal guys are these black like Trinidad guys. They were like, we're gonna kill you. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do shit. So I'm sitting on the bed telling everybody a story, like I'm telling you guys now, on a clean bed, clean shower. I remember waking up to Nirvana, like that come as you are. I woke up and I was like, where the fuck am I? And Jack Flanagan from the mob, rest his soul, Jack was getting me like out of jail. But the next like 5 days, there was like riot cops outside of like every show. And yeah, but Florida back then it was like Tampa, like that when Raven, that there was this guy's this guy looked like Glenn Danzig. It was like after Ezek got that, the guy was like, so like 400 kids, and out of nowhere the guy's like, excuse my mouth. The guy was like, he's a nigger and you're a nigger lover. And I was like, whoa. I was like, wait a minute.
Okay, yeah, because of Raven being in the band.
So, but like Allentown President would be 100 guys, like cigar, but they would never say that. And I would talk to them after. It was like the highest rate of unemployment is you talk to them. But this was like a different thing, and they grabbed me and pulled me into the crowd. And this was after Izak got stabbed. And I was waiting to get like stabbed, and I grabbed this kid by his belt, and I'm running, and Russ Underdog was on the road with me, and I run with this kid, and this other kid's like got his finger in my eye, and I get to the stage, and Russ hit the one kid with the cinder block, and I get on stage, and now we got 2 bottles, and we're just stabbing dudes. And so what happened to these two
statute of limitations is up on this for anyone listening. This is early 90s. Just want to make that abundantly clear.
These 2 fat black lady cops show up, and these guys are in an ambulance, and I was afraid for my life, and I'm like, could you escort us out? Because they said they're gonna come back with guns, and they're like, you know what you just did? I'm like, yeah, we just fucked up like Nazi skinheads, and we were on our own. But dude, I could tell you so many.
Dude, I want to know about the one of the most interesting things is that you guys were on that first Beastie Boys License to Ill tour that started in clubs, and that's when they blew up in the middle of that tour and then ended in fucking arenas. Like, what was it like being being a hardcore band on tour? Like in that time frame with a hip hop group that was hitting mainstream.
Well, they were hardcore, Beastie Boys.
I know they were hardcore kids. Like I have the Young and Useless record, and I know the old Beastie Boys.
All we do is hang around. I'm on that record. All we do is hang around because we Young and Useless. Hang around. I'm on do I.
Oh, you're the backup.
Do I.
Yeah, I still got that 7-inch.
So that first day on that tour, we fly to Missoula, Montana. Me and Todd Youth, and I had a joint under my shoe. So we fly. I think. It wasn't Missoula yet. We flew somewhere and got in the bus. So we get in the bus and I pull the joint out. We get in the back of the bus. We're in the bus. I take the joint out of my shoe and it's snowing and we're watching Kiss meet the Phantom. And so we get to Missoula, Montana, and that's when I met Fishbone. And Fishbone were doing this bit like yo ho, Pirate's Life for Me. And they went around the whole band and they would sing a bit and then it got to me. And I sung a bit, and then I was like down with Fishbone.
Yeah.
But Angelo.
So Fishbone was on that tour too, yeah.
Yeah, and then Fishbone left for a hot minute to do Back to the Beach and Public Enemy, open for Murphy's Law.
That's crazy. So I saw that at the Civic Center in Providence, but I don't think Public Enemy was on it.
No, that's when Todd Youth got arrested.
Okay.
They had the security team that had like this Waffen SS skull thing on their shirt. I remember Joe Bruno, like Todd Youth had an ID that said he was like 28, but he was like 16 or 17. And we had to get a signed thing to bring him on tour.
Yeah. He played guitar for people that don't know.
Well,
or was he playing bass?
No, that was Uncle Al. Uncle Al was playing guitar. And he was like the biggest dick ever, dude. That's why I don't give him credit. Not like Chromax, he was just a dick.
Yeah.
But Todd and I, it was like, imagine like being unleashed before like all of this Warped Tour shit and all, and being like a punk kid. And we started in like the crew bus, like doing speed and showing up every morning with the crew. And they're like, no, we got to they gave us our own bus. So now we were in our own bus. But Fishbone had a bus, and there was rules on that bus. They were already doing that.
Yeah, they were. So they were more road.
So our bus had no rules.
Yeah.
And we had this guy.
How old was everybody on your bus?
I was like 17, and Todd was like 15 or something. Uncle Al was like 39. I'm not even kidding. But,
yeah.
But Pete Martinez, like AC/DC, like Bon Scott was like the driver or something for AC/DC, and became our bass player was Pete Martinez, and when we played with the Beastie Boys at the Hollywood Palladium, first of 2 times. We played with the Beastie Boys, Run DMC, and Fishbone, and I got tattooed by Bob Roberts with Charlie Roberts.
Yeah.
And I got my Murph Man, and then I got the gay Harley Davidson tattoo, which he hated doing, but he did on me. Because Bob Roberts, he played saxophone, so Bob, amazing guy. And Charlie, L.A. Lads, that was before DMS, the L.A. Lads, always looked out for me. There was a guy, Tiny. So it was late to play, and they're like, yo, you got to go on. And me, Bob, and Charlie, we run. Carrie Barber was tattooing there as well. And we boogied to Hollywood Palladium. This is after the morning I wake up in the bus with one CD when CDs first came out. Yeah. And I opened the curtains the first time.
What was the CD?
The Misfits. And I played Hollywood Babylon when I saw the Hollywood sign. And that's what, Paulo from Wasted Youth was a good friend of mine. And he was married to a girl named Patty. Patty, actress, Patty, I'm trying to remember her name. Anyway, so we played the Hollywood Palladium, and Pete Poolhead, he's on stage, and I guess they hired like a stripper to come out, and the stripper came out.
During the set?
Yeah, but the Hollywood Palladium, dude. And so my cousin Rob, I have a picture of my cousin Rob, like, yo. So Rob years later became the guitar player for Strung Out. So my grandmother and his grandmother are sisters. So half of my family from Lower East Side of Manhattan moved to California years ago.
Okay.
So Rob and I always stayed tight, and Rob, I'm really proud of him.
Yeah.
But dude, and then years later after that, we played there with the Ramones, which the Ramones didn't turn out to be such a great thing. It was like a disappointment with, Johnny Ramone. That tour, we were on tour with the Ramones, and Joey had like this gangrene foot thing, so they had to cancel like a bunch of dates. So we stayed in L.A., and half the band stayed at Flea's house, and the other half of the band, me stayed at this hotel, Hyatt Right House, some shit. And
pre-Holiday Inn points award systems.
Well, back then, that's when I stayed at the Hyatt Right House. What the fuck? There's a picture of us on this pool on top floor. It's like a famous. It was in the joke movie about rock and roll.
Almost Famous.
No, the other one with the fucking. Anyway, we stayed nice.
Detroit Rock City.
No. But anyway,
Spinal Tap.
That's it. So that hotel. So that was the Hyatt Right House.
Yeah.
So we wound up staying in LA for like weeks, and we like wrote music, hung out, stayed at Flea's house, and so Angelo was hanging, and that's when Angelo had this fucking Jaguar, as Nobby was a Jaguar, and we were riding around in Jaguar, and I had this guy Chris Conan, this big meatball that was like our tour guy. And we're riding around through the Hollywood Hills, and the car, of course, breaks down because it's got like 4 SU carburetors. They're only good on shovel heads. So we break down, and Angelo's banging on doors like, yo, man. And we wind up in like this fucking rich guy's house. It was like shit like that, but there was an earthquake, and then we had an earthquake, and this bongo fell in Flea's apartment. All right, so anyway, all this happened. So now the first day back, we played.
When you say Flea, you're talking about Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah.
And also Fear.
Fear. Yeah.
Flea was a great guy. So,
shout out to Jeff. He's playing in Fear now too.
He had a picture of me on his bass.
Who did?
Flea did.
Had a picture of you on his bass?
Yeah, Flea's a great guy. Anyway, so now we wait all the time. First show back, Petaluma, California.
Wait, this is just a rhetorical question. Who's on mushrooms here?
Just you and me.
All right.
Bro, I'm smoking this magic shit.
We've been 40 minutes into the story, and he still needs to take his fourth fucking hit.
So I did take, but I'm going to do more.
You took 3.
So the first show back is Petaluma, California. Like arm wrestling capital of the world. Like
nobody knows that, Jimmy.
So the first show back, Chuck Valley spits on stage.
Yeah.
And Johnny Ramone's like, that's it. They're off the tour. Like, I think the first and only time, when the heroes let you down.
Yeah.
So I go backstage to talk to him, and he puts his hand on my face. And I don't need us, but I gotta. But I was like, don't put your fucking. I'm showing you respect. I was humble.
Yeah.
He didn't spit like punk rock spit. I was like, dude. I was like, all right, this is your tour. But I was like, and Dee Dee Ramone wrote about it. I was like, when you get back home, I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, dude.
Yeah, because I mean, they're from your town. They're from Queens.
Yeah, but Joey, the whole band was great, and Dee Dee was a saint. But Johnny was just this fucking Joe, I don't, I'm not one to talk about.
You're not speaking.
The one person in my life of the 5 years of playing music. Now he was the biggest disappointment, and he really was. So
was it just possible he was having a bad day?
No, he was just a dick, dude.
Right.
He hated punk rock.
That's fair.
So the next morning, I'm in bed with this girl. Looks like Marilyn Monroe in bed in the closet with her, with the whole band, Flanagan, and Monty, their manager, calls up. He's like, just tell Jimmy to apologize to Johnny, and we'll put him back on tour. I was like, all right, I'm sorry, you're a dick. And I was like, that. But it was like every day. But
Did you get back on the tour?
Oh hell yeah! But every day.
Monty hit me up. He wants to come on the podcast. We're gonna.
You should have Monty.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm sure he's got a lot of fucking.
He didn't really like me at first, but
Yeah.
But now he's profiting from all my dead friends.
Yeah.
I mean, Joey used to come to my house for barbecues.
Yeah.
Didi was my friend, and Marky. So like before the band would play, Marky and Doug Beans would play drums and stuff, and Johnny would get mad. Pops would take a grape from the dressing room. Johnny would get mad.
Yeah.
Johnny was just a dick, dude.
Yeah, well, that was kind of notorious.
Johnny sold his Mossrite guitar to one of my friends. That's worth a lot of money, but yeah. I'm not judging. He was like a Republican and didn't like. He wasn't like a punk. He wasn't like a punk rocker, but Joey and Didi. Joey was a saint. Joey was the best. Joey, my father, and Dick Manitoba at my house. When I had this, and my father had this, I dare you to burn this American flag shirt on. I wish I'd make it, but Joey was uncomfortable in his own skin. He had like this issue. Like he couldn't leave. Like if he'd have to leave for the road, he'd have to go like in and out and lock the door like 20 times.
Yeah, like OCD stuff.
But he was the Ramones, dude.
Yeah.
And when Didi died, I played with Tommy Ramone, who was like the original drummer.
Yeah.
I mean, my brothers are blessed, amazing. But the disappointment was Johnny, and whatever, he could suck a dick anyway.
So the first time you played arenas was with Beastie Boys on License to Ill tour, and then the second time was with the Misfits on the last thing. Or did you play any arenas?
No, we played like the Milwaukee Metal Fest.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was when we played with Blitz, and Roger had hemorrhoids and was sitting on like a big thing of ice, and we played with Deicide. And but it wasn't like that's when hardcore and metal just started to mesh.
Yeah.
And the Deicide guys, and there was this other band, Old Skull. It was like these little kids. But
the hemorrhoids was such like a non-essential piece of information, but that makes the story great.
Well, I'll tell you the Chicago story with AF and Freddie, but it's also like the Deicide guy. He had the burn cross on his head. He's like, hey Jimmy, meet my son. Hey Lucifer, come here. And they're like the nicest guys ever. I was like,
my son Lucifer, yeah.
No, but that's when there's pictures of me.
That's the name of my next podcast. My son Lucifer.
Me jumping across the barricade, and I mean, I love you guys so much, but back in those days, like jumping, like off his shit and fucking people up, and like playing the Vic Theater in Chicago.
Yeah.
When I was going bald, and I finally faced them going bald, I had two girls shave my head on stage, climbed to like the third balcony and jumped. And my brother, T caught me. He passed away. But dude, I jumped off the balcony at the Ritz in front of my mother and father.
Yeah. Were they impressed?
I hope they were proud.
I mean, there's a picture of them watching me play. But
yeah.
Back then it was like jumping off of shit and fucking people up from other states other than New York. It was like, but not fighting, but dancing, like creepy crawl.
Yeah.
Spike bracelets. And subway chains on your boots, and not this fucking crowd kill like he'd punch you in front of the face. It was like like the Boston guys would come to A7 all ski masks and shit, and that's when I painted outside of A7. I was like, out of town bands know where you are. I was 16. I was the bouncer, the doorman, and me and Ray Beast ran this place, and there was reggae nights and shit, but hardcore, like, dude, it was like. They would try to show up, and now I think back years later, it was like they were like rich kids documenting shit, and like Henry Garfield and all those guys.
Yeah.
And I love Black Flag, but But I love Keith Morris. I love years later, I become friends with Des Cadena. And Des Cadina's playing one night with Murphy's Law for shits and giggles for some shit. And we're walking to a bodega, and he broke my heart. He's like, Jimmy, he goes, you know, me and Tony Cadena aren't brothers. I was like, why are you telling me this, bro? Because I always thought, like, Tony, I love the Adolescents. I mean, that's like punk. That's the shit that still at 56 makes me want to go nuts. Not like shit. Wait, am I singing or this?
I don't. Who did the mushrooms again? I think you're empathizing with.
Don't know.
CBGB's days, we'd get a pitcher of beer, and there was a guy, Stray Ray, and we'd get the pitcher and put liquid acid. We put like all this shit in the pitcher and pass it around. That's when we used to drop liquid acid in our eyes. And the band.
I'm just trying to remember how we get to this from Roger's hemorrhoids.
How about we got
that was.
Hey, remember when you went on tour with the Beastie Boys to Roger's hemorrhoids to now liquid acid in the beer at fucking
on
CBGB's.
that Beastie Boys tour also, I punched a horse in the face.
Why?
Did the horse have hemorrhoids?
No, I didn't check. We were in New Orleans. My first time in New Orleans. I'm with Angelo. Angelo's in our bus because no rules. We wake up in the morning in this alleyway in a bus. I'm like 17. We load beers up in a bag.
It's way funner to be on the no rules bus.
Oh my God, dude!
Especially back
at 17, dude. 17, making $500 a day, 15 minutes set. Wait, before all this Warped Tour, pussy shit and all this other. I almost said another word. So we walk down this block, and Angelo goes right in the parade, like march with his like lucite cane, and these cops. The cops tackle him. They start beating the shit out. I'm like, yo, that's my friend. And here comes this cop on a horse, with like this. I didn't even know what a truncheon is, but it was like this rubber, like stick, and he was hitting people, dude. He was hitting people looking at me to get. He was fucking people up to get to me. So he got to me, and this is the big joke that became after that Drew Strong show. The horse is a pig. The horse got to me, and I just saw the big nose, and this cop just like, and so I started punching the horse, and the horse backed. So the horse backed up, and I'm like 17. I'm like. I don't win many fights at that point, so I'm like, yeah. But then all of a sudden behind me, it was like, wow. And Doug Bean's there's a picture of me with all these cops in leather jackets, and this one cop lined me up, and I love it still. Every time the cop beat me, I love it. The cop lined me up with a leather glove in front of everybody and like punched me in the face, and the whole place was like, ugh. And they hogtied me and Angelo, and they threw us in the back of this paddy wagon. And I land in front of a New York Yankees hat. I hate baseball, but it was a thing. So Angelo bit that and put it on my head. So we go to the drunk tank, and turns out Daryl from the Bad Brains had got arrested prior for some reason there too, and they shaved his dreads off his other thing. So we're about to go into this whole horrible place, and Uncle Al, the one good thing he ever did, his brother turned out, he was like a sheriff or some shady shit in New Orleans. He got us out. And I walked past the cop that punched me in the face and got into the promoter's Mercedes-Benz. Was like,
yeah.
Dude, but that whole tour was like,
it's bananas.
Dude, just fucking, and I don't, fucking girls. Like I've never, I swear to God, I'm not, like 17, and the Beastie Boys were busy, so it was like girls would be lined up. We'd be the first one there with. And just, dude, we showed up to a pancake church thing, and me and Top like banging girl. It was just insane. I mean, now
at the church pancake breakfast.
The best. Some chick stole my back like laminate. On big tours, you lose your laminate, you get fined. So I'm banging some chick on the bus, and she takes my laminate and leaves her purse. So this is before cell phones, so she had to come back and like do the walk of shame. But I would get in trouble, and me and Todd would get in trouble on tour. The Beasties canceled shows for us. They really did.
Yeah. Because you guys got in trouble.
Yeah, but great shit. Like Rhode Island, that was Todd Hughes had the thing and said he was like 20 something and he was like 15. somebody threw like a Jack Daniels bottle and it bounced off a Todd's sneaker and went in the crowd and the bouncers went like nuts. So they had my boy Joe Bruno, like a retarded roadie, they had him by the throat and they arrested Todd. It was like,
because they thought Todd threw the bottle.
yeah, he thought Todd threw the bottle, but yeah. But dude, Rhode Island. I mean, that was the first place we ever when I first left New York. Rhode Island was the first place like we ever played. I was like, yo, we're not home anymore. I can't believe it.
Yeah, but at 17, that's fucking big.
Yeah.
But to be on a tour too when you're 17, where it starts in clubs and then ends in fucking arenas, and all of a sudden you're on your own bus now.
Yeah, the bus picked me up in front of my parents' house. It was like, you know, that was amazing. That was really, you know. But playing the Hollywood Palladium, that's when I knew. I was like, wow. I was, you know, such an idiot. I never thought, like during that time, wow, I should be doing. You know, no DMS, pun intended, but I should be doing more songs. We should be writing stuff. we were just raging. It was like, but it was just like this whole, the whole thing with my stupid band is like, it was never like, yo, we should be writing more songs to do more of this. I was like, but.
Was this around the time? Now I saw like a thing from the news, like a New York local news channel, and they had filmed the show at A7, and it was, you were hosting it. And it was Beastie Boys and Murphy's Law and Agnostic Front.
Well, that's when Harley
Watkins was still singing for
Harley played drum, and they were like, it's 10:59 p.m.
Yeah,
and they ended with me jumping on my butt. That was Monitor. You know, the guy who did the AF like movie, that guy Ian.
Yeah,
he's got all the footage. So me and Ray,
I saw that whole. He showed me that whole footage. But
me and Ray were running A7 then, and we of course let those people in, and we back then, like if you came to film us, we'd like throw bottles at you, fuck them up, but we welcomed them in. I'm not regretting it, but they never gave us all the footage.
Yeah.
But there's footage of Poss on my shoulder. That shows Harley playing drums and we're doing Stepping Stone, and yeah, that showed A7, like not Drew Stone's A7. Not to put this guy on the ground, but the real, like me and Ray B's.
Yeah, there was like 40 people in the crowd, and it was like,
yeah, but 40 people killing.
Yeah. No,
that was also that same little room back there, like the Misfits played, Zero Boys played, SOA played when Henry Rollins was Henry Garfield.
Yeah.
And when Boston showed up with their masks on, and we fucking smoked dust and tuned them up.
Hey, should happen. But fuck yeah, man. That I gotta see if I can get. Well, I don't know if he even has a copy.
He won't let it go, dude. I already talked to him about it.
No, but the problem is that he not rented it, but like kind of like rented it. Yeah, whatever you call the word for that. Like the mushrooms are kicking in. Like I don't know what the word for rent was, but it was. He licensed the footage, but could only use a certain portion of it, and he wasn't allowed to have the rest of it.
But there's so much killer footage of that time.
Yeah, I sat there and watched the whole fucking thing, and I was like, "This is fucking incredible."
Without A7 was amazing like that.
Yeah.
But like I was
that whole show needed to be released. Like that needs to be. They need to like release that footage because that's like history.
Well, he wants to make money, and they want.
No, not Ian. He has nothing to do with it. It's like. He's trying to get. He had to pay just to use a little 10 seconds. That's when I
do my book and my movie, Diarrhea of a Madman.
Yeah, dude.
I know you got Arizona guys are tired. I'm gonna smoke more.
You got to do 4 hard hits.
How do you do hard
hits?
Yo, we could talk about it. We got to do speed and ride motorcycles, dude.
What's that?
We got to do speed and ride motorcycles.
Yeah.
Like when I was 17, I worked for that guy, Zach.
You do speed and ride motorcycles, and then you do
that's what
DMT.
That's what other guys
talk on podcasts.
Ride. Where's the button?
Jesus Christ.
And singing. And when I was 17, I used to ride the shovel pan.
Yeah.
I'd ride over the Queensboro Bridge, and I'd sing, "An iron horse he rides, an iron." But the guy Glenn Yankton taught me about bike, like really killer bikes, and he had tons of parts. Vietnam vet, photographer. I went to Hopewell, Virginia, and these guys were all, killer bike guy, like soldier guy, and riding fucked up. But dude, this guy Zach, and my bike was fucked up, and he let me ride his panhead one time. And it was like that. He was the first one to have the push rod cuffs with the skulls on them. And all
Yeah. The knuckles, the push rod knuckles.
But dude, that's when Indian Larry, everyone could talk. That's when he had his Indian, and the one you never see. He had the Indian with the serial guy in the front end, and the pullback flames and the shotgun, double barrel shotgun jockey shift. And that's when these other guys came and took it in front of me, and I just bought my bike at like 16, 17. And I was like,
you're like, oh, I could get my bike taken from me?
That's why I put a certain sticker on my bike.
Yeah.
But yo, I was 16, 17 with a 56 shovel pan.
Yeah. Did you use that? Did you use the Murphy's Law or Beastie Boys tour money to get that?
No, that was my life saving. That was like all, when you're born, your parents get you like a savings bond.
Oh, savings bond, yeah.
I had like $4,000, and I got it for $4,000, but then I had it for years, and Larry did a bunch of work. Paul Cock did work on it. Oh, dude. Original straight lug knucklehead frame. And me and
that frame is worth $4,000 now.
I worked with English Don and Steg.
Yeah.
Me and Steg cut the fucking the sidecar mounts off.
Yeah.
But that frame,
you did all the chopper shit to it. That yes.
I polished the heads and cases by hand. It was one, and it was reverse pattern, 1 up, 3 down.
Yeah. What year was it?
56.
56, and then you put shovel top end on it.
It was already, and
Some of
the fins on the top were blown off from a shotgun. But it was when I first got it, it was called Smooth. It had like skulls on it, all shit. But I was like, I didn't even think about it. I'm like 16, 17. I got this Harley, but I thought that was a Harley that was going to take me like across the country.
Yeah. Is that the one you got in the accident on the bridge?
No, that was the BMW.
Oh, okay.
Which was like I got that from I'm trying to think of a tattoo artist guy, but that was the power of the car. That thing was like that was a horse. 10 gallon gas tank.
That's some bananas. Yeah.
450 miles on a tank.
That's fucking great.
Till you crash it.
Till you crash it.
But that bike, won the power of the car rally. When it was like I don't know how guys even rode that. If you watch that shit, shaft drive And it was ugly as fuck, but I loved it. And the one I got was like an anniversary one, so it was black with chrome, like rubars and shit. So that saved me for when the guy ran red light and I hit the car. So then after that accident, I had to sell the Harley.
Okay. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know if it was the Harley you got in the accident or the BMW.
But now I didn't even now what that bike would be worth. It makes me sick.
Oh, dude. Like I said,
but fuck all that pussy. But now I got my brother. I got my brother, and we're all riding again.
That's right, dude.
And I got an M8. Now I got a bike that I could literally get on and go.
Yeah, you go anywhere. Yeah.
I can't even get to 5th gear on it.
Yeah.
It's so fast and so.
What model is it?
It's the Heritage Softail 114. But I can't get to the battery either. I don't like that. But dude, when it starts to, it's like, whoa.
And you have your flathead. You did the Race of Gentlemen this past year. How was that, man?
I got goosebumps when you just asked me. I was so scared. I never been, honestly, I get scared every time I play Murphy's Law. My brothers, I get scared. I throw up. I'm always nervous. But like.
Even now to this day.
Yeah, even now. But that's sincere. When I'm not nervous, it's not sincere. But that, my friend putting a race on, but I never, it was the second time me riding that foot heel toe clutch.
Yeah.
And I removed the suicide clutch, which was just the pedal, so it was heel toe to go. And that morning, 6 a.m., I rode up and down the street, and I didn't meet up with the guys, and then I met up with them on the side street after I rode up. That was my first time really riding it. And then my dream, going under the boardwalk and riding with all these guys in it. And I was like, this is great. And once I got past the boardwalk, it was like fucking 3 feet of sand and guys were falling down. I was like, so scared, dude. And I I got across. But thank God for Vander,
Yeah.
who's like grew up with our brother Tavi.
Yeah.
But Vander, like really, he's. But now, it was always my dream to.
He's a mentor and a nemesis.
He also skates.
Oh, I know. No, I meant he's your nemesis. Like
Oh.
you're the guy you race against.
But the bit was I was a cocky dick that showed up with that Go Jimmy Go shirt.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was supposed to sell them. I gave all shirts away first night, so everybody had these shirts on. And then the next day, I was like, I was trying to get this bad luck charm for, like, they have this thing. People selling shit at swap meet. I want to spend $100 on this little like retard. This idiot guy.
Oh, you can say it. What is it?
This retarded thing that guy making like the fuck you thing. I put on his bike, but it wasn't even his bike. It was the guy. He built the bike for another guy. But
Yeah. Oh, was it like the devil?
Yeah.
Giving you the
Yeah.
thumb. Yeah.
But now I didn't even think that my bike's a G model. My bike's a trike model. It was like
Yeah. You're at a disadvantage right there.
Yeah, but I'm just loving it. I love that when I got to the line, I didn't stall, and I made it across. And then the best part was coming back, like with all the cars and shit riding in the water. But there was a kid that I was riding with that had this beautiful Indian, and I guess when I got my ball, I did one run. I'm good. So Vanna got me to go to do another run, and when I went to do it, the tide was coming in. So this kid on this Indian, it was his first. He rode and was hitting the water, and it sucked in all the ocean water to the bike. It was like, oh shit. But dude, those guys on those fucking knuckleheads, they're so fucking fast. There's some that they're badass, but they're also kind of like fruit boots. They're like,
Yeah.
but the guy that was with me that came in second, the Canadian guy, he got fucked up with me and fell out my van and busted his face. And I was like, we're at this fireman bar, after hours bar. I was like, get me a loaf of bread, 7 Band-Aids, and like a shot of tequila. But it didn't work. So I put him in a cab.
Did you at least get the shot of tequila?
I did shot of tequila.
All right.
But he stayed up all night and raced and still came in second on the race.
Nice.
And that's fucking. Dude,
Probably would have come in first if you gave him the shot of tequila, though.
Should have gave him the shot.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just balls. It's just scary, dude. Once you go out, it's like there's all these lines cut in. I already rode a car on it for fun, but you're riding and there's these fucking lines cut in the road and in the sand, and everyone's watching you. And it's just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But it was cool because me and Vander made this whole thing, the whole like 3 days getting fucked up, like fuck you. And this guy Hollywood that I don't know if you know, Hollywood's part of the whole thing, but he's like this old dude rides his knucklehead with his girl on the back like it's like a moped. He rides it everywhere. Rides it to take a shit. But he's, when you get an older guy than us, and it's like, wow, this guy is actually pretty cool. And he was like, yo, Jimmy and Vander are gonna race, and but Vander smoked me, but I was so scared to just go, huh.
Yeah. No,
Plenty of people do it.
You didn't stall. You didn't fall.
And even going back, is
And you put on a good show. You hyped it up, got everyone excited about the race.
but not even knowing.
The consummate entertainer.
And what sucked is my bike. I didn't know my bike had sparkled paint on it.
Yeah. I can't look at this fucking thing anymore.
It's like not knowing. It's
So
like not.
the whole door behind Jimmy's head has been geodesic patterns that have been slowly morphing into the side of his bald head the entire
The fact
time.
that you even
he's
said
talking.
geodesic.
Yeah, dude.
I'm tripping.
So
I'm
you
not retarded.
Arizona guy. So I played with JFA in Arizona with the Beastie Boys. I don't know if it was on that tour, but we played this revolving stage thing, and I took peyote. That was the first time, and I puked my brains out. You ever do peyote? Mm-mm. That's like some. I don't know.
I'm not signing up for 20 hours of psychedelics, man.
No, what? Well,
12 hours.
I think you just did.
Anything over 4 hours, bro, I got a mortgage to pay. I'm going home. I gotta take a nap, man. Like
That's
I
why
got shit to
DMT
do tomorrow, bro.
That's why
Like,
DMT's the key.
So the Pink Floyd thing, you guys
10
got to
minutes.
watch this Palm Bay thing.
Are you gonna do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
400.
you don't even know where the button is, do you?
four hard rips.
Well, the buttons usually.
We have to keep showing them where the button is.
4 hard reps, 46 minutes
I've
ago.
been trying to find the button for years. I just got to smell it.
If you're gonna smell it,
Now you gotta fight.
There's bigger issues afoot.
Well, the bun's under the hood, I heard. It smells like fish. Tasty dish. Where's the bun?
It's fucking. I turned it on for you, brother. You're good. There you go.
Bricktop Brent's here.
Yeah, he's in. Roscoe Pico Kane is here.
He like,
Danny. Eric from San Fran.
How am I sitting there with like my arms like, yeah. So
Let me see. I'm going to show you how to do this, Rip. If I go silent for 10 minutes, it's because I'm in another dimension.
I'll keep talking. I can't.
Jimmy
shut
will
up.
tell another story. It's fine.
So the hammer night. Tonight was the hammer. You know how long I've been trying to get you the hammer, but not.
hammer.
And then
It tastes like a fucking corpse.
Truth is not
Look at
doing
that
well.
hair, dude. If I had hair, I'd be the dick with spiked hair. I still have spiked hair. I still have spiked hair. I shaved
That's fun.
when I started going bald. I had my head shaved on stage at the Vic Theater in Chicago, and then they went back.
Sorry. This is a wicked awesome podcast.
Yo, it is a wicked awesome podcast. You know what?
Do
Yo,
I have to hold the button? Oh, he's gone. He's done.
tickle the button.
Fuck it.
just talk.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just
We have
trying to
to do
figure
one.
out.
You got to come to the race.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
That was the one thing I was missing, not for nothing. Like you guys all ride is like I was like that's why Vander I was alone. Like all you fucking motherfuckers ride. Huh?
Yeah, they do.
Yo, first of all, you guys would love it.
I know.
Yo, I was so scared, dude. But I'm so scared. That bike's 19 horsepower. My other bike's like 100 horsepower.
I don't know how you're not choking. Dude.
That shit's. Dan said it smells like you're sucking a mummy's dick.
No, when I took the mummy's dick, it smelled like it smelled like fucking pine. Mummy's dick. Isn't that a Misfits song?
Mummy's dick.
Oh, that was the Misfits show. That was so. All right, let's talk shit.
All right,
It smell like a period.
let's get down to it. Brass tacks.
So we did that, and that was all Glenn. Glenn asked to do that, which was really cool. And,
Yeah.
But showing up that afternoon, like Jerry, like when we toured with them with Michael Graves singing, I was there when Michael Graves, the whole band bailed and left Jerry, and that's when Goat joined the band, and that's when they had Zoli joined the band. But when we played that show, it was like Jerry was like how's Petey? That's when I had my dog with me. But that was also the Harley thing. I saw Harley and me and Harley were cool, and of course we all been angry with what he said, and it was the last time that all my brothers, because I was trying to. Harley's been my friend my whole life, but something slipped, and the last time I thought it was going to be okay, and then Todd died right after that, and then the first thing Todd he did was like disrespect Todd. So then Cuz and all the brothers, they were like, you know, this is, yeah, how much I respect you about. Like, yeah, I was like, if I ever slip like that, I have you guys to watch me. It's like it's crazy, like HR crazy,
Yeah.
Rick Healy crazy, like Harley crazy. I mean, it's like, guys, what happened to these people? What's wrong with them? I mean, we're crazy, we're having fun right now, but yeah, but some of our friends, some guys, it's like they lose their shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't even, you know, Harley was my friend my whole life. It was like since we were kids. When he was in the stimulators, and he was 14, I met him at Max's Kansas City, and we made great friends. That's when he just came back from Belfast with this band, the Outcasts. And I finally got to see the Outcasts like a couple years ago before all this shit, and we played in France. And it was like 9 a.m, and Chris, my drummer, was like, "Yo, they're playing now." And it's like when you hear those, and I saw these.
Oh, it was like on one of those all day like festivals.
Yeah, but it was like it was like every killer punk band played. But the Outcasts played, and I met them, and they were like the original skinhead guys from Belfast. They shaved Harley's head, and he's self-conscious, so beautiful. I was like, oh my God, like original skinhead shit. But they were so awesome. It was amazing.
Can I ask a quick question?
Of course you can.
How the fuck did you talk through 45 minutes of a fucking DMT trip.
Well, it was
I just had one of the most intense fucking visual things ever, and you described the Beastie Boys tour during it.
No, but you only had your eyes shut for like 2 minutes.
Two to two.
No, I know, but I'm like, it was so fucking intense. Like, he
two-
described the whole Beastie Boys tour while
Again?
he took rips of
two- the
DMT.
two is like-
Oh yeah.
Like, he took a couple rips, saw
Yeah,
some
he just kept
geodesic
talking.
shit, and just kept going.
Because
It's like,
honestly, before I played, I did one bump and I had like two or three drinks.
Yeah.
But then
yeah, but you just podcasted your way through a fucking interdimensional like fucking portal. It's simply amazing, my friend.
you still haven't seen Pink Floyd at Pompeii.
Oh, that's true.
Hey, Brett, you ever see
that's
that Pink
why-
Floyd at Pompeii?
What?
Pink Floyd at Pompeii.
No.
You want this one, right?
No, but what I meant, what I was going to ask you. So this launched. You
I
launched.
never saw that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So
See, I didn't launch.
Pink Floyd played in
Well, not-
Pompeii.
what do you mean launched?
Like
They re-
Right now, I just need you to know this. You are currently the color
like-
of a turnip.
in
so,
like
Yes.
in like an old arena
I mean, like,
in Pompeii.
So,
yeah, it is. It is what
There
it
was
is.
like I'm gonna
I like that there's three conversations.
but there was like apparently there was like one like chord
I don't
and just
think Jimmy
them
says stop
and their
since we
crew.
did fucking
the
start,
the
bro.
Beastie Boys later on like did a bit about, but it's like my favorite bass sound.
You said, all right, well, you like you canceled the fucking, you turned off the intro music and someone hit play on fucking Jimmy G and he hasn't stopped since he talked through, oh, are we too loud? Oh, it's Mickey, all right. It's like, he talked through, bro, he talked through the weed, he talked through the blow, he talked through the DMT, he talked
DMT.
through the shrooms.
You
You know what? This is great. This is exactly what you're talking about, though. He is a consummate entertainment
Yes.
professional. That's it. Nothing will derail his story.
So
So anyway, back to the Beastie Boys.
So please continue, Jimmy.
We're gonna sit here and talk interdimensional elves, but
so
please
the other big
tell
we
us
played-
about
We played
Outkast.
Yokohama Stadium and
Oh yeah.
and then we did this whole tour of Magma. So I get sick of it. I get all these bands. These Japanese guys want me to get all the bands on. So I get all these bands on, and like Brent, it's like we're gonna go, but like everybody, they took advantage. They brought their girlfriends.
it's on the bottom, it's on the
They brought
bottom.
everybody. They brought their girlfriends, the whole shit. But I was on tour. I was on tour with Uzi, our brother Uzi. I like most.
Bad respect to Uzi, who's going through some shit right now. So fucking.
He's coming out the other side, isn't he?
He's coming out the other side, but he's still.
Well,
No, I mean, yeah, no, I don't want to discount it, but he's
It's also-
on the mend, right?
yeah, but don't smoke
Yes.
cigarettes. That's another.
Well,
And singing in a.
Someone give me that DMT pen.
No, but cigarette like Jack.
I feel like that doing that 4 DMT rips right there was like 10 years of smoking cigarettes.
What
Like
kill-
the
what
same
kill-
damage was just done to my fucking
what
lungs.
killed Pos? Cigarettes. What killed Jack? Cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only shit that killed my friends was cigarettes and heroin
Okay.
or
So-
depression. And I could never be depressed hanging out with you guys. You might
No,
read my
fuck
You
book.
gotta,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta stop. You keep adding one every time you talk to us.
What? So
Fucking with you.
Now
you
you-
you only did the New Jersey show, right? Like that Misfits Arena show, the Jersey one.
but that was so my bit was right away. I was like, I already knew. I'm like, I'm not going to stay on stage. I went right in the crowd.
Yeah.
And ran the whole bit in the crowd. So, but there's a picture of me.
I'll go. I didn't know if you
I'm
were-
doing bumps under the bass cabinet in front of the stage.
Yeah.
And our brother Payas was doing security for him. So before that happened, like Glenn pulled up in this little minivan, and our brother Payaso came up and said, "Glenn wants to talk to you." I'm like, hey Glenn, he didn't sound good. You know, one of my heroes. Like, people could talk shit all they fuck want, but they could suck a dick.
Yeah, well,
'Cause he's a fucking amazing singer. So he's like, Jimmy. I'm like, what's the matter, Glenn? I was like, I'm all right. Never mind, our brothers are. So he played, and I didn't know that day his mother died, and he still played on stage.
Yeah.
But there's a picture of him walking up to me, and I'm coming up from the speaker after doing the bump, and there's a picture of me singing.
Like a
with Glenn.
turtle head popping out. Like,
Yeah, a picture of me singing with Glenn. But back in the me and Holly would go see when we would go see the Misfits. Like we would fight with them.
yeah.
And then years later, I'm on tour like Doyle, and Doyle's brother Jerry was like the tour manager, and we played this place in Tampa where I had to fight with the Nazis. So I know the owner of the club. I dent the mic screen. He's like, oh, $300 for Mike. I'm like, bullshit. So I'm beefing with the guy, and so I stomp out.
This is in New Jersey?
This is in Tampa. So this is when Doyle. This is when Doyle became like Saint Doyle to me, because my first girlfriend was in love with him. So Doyle's like, Jimmy, my brother's a dick, and I was like, wow. But I wish I could find the gayest picture of me and Doyle, and he's in like these shorts and stuff, and I'm in shorts and I'm laying on his lap, and
what?
And he's playing acoustic guitar.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah,
is this fucking?
Yeah, just for shits and giggles.
All right, wait, hold on. All right, I don't know why. Wait, hold on.
You can't right now.
I don't know why it was a good idea to do this show on mushrooms and DMT. But did I just hear that right? Or am I just fucking around? All right.
Yeah, but like kidding around. But now here's the best. So here's the best part of Doyle. So we're on tour with the Misfits and Guar.
Yeah.
And Doyle's holding my dog Petey, my rat terrier. Petey was so Guar.
I'm just kidding around.
So at the end of every set, Guar would come out and kill Murphy's Law, like someone, and one guy would come out with a big wrench and kill the band. So Doyle in Worcester, Massachusetts, Doyle's holding Petey, and the guy comes out to kill us with the fucking wrench, and I'm laying there closing my eyes, and it's just like, I'm like, it's not that cool. And I peek out playing dead, and Petey got out of Doyle's giant arm and is attacking the Guar guy, and Doyle's chasing him. So, of course, me being a big fag, I start crying right away. And they're like, why are you crying? I'm like, because he didn't know it was fake, dude. Petey didn't know it was fake.
The dog didn't know it was fake.
Yo, Mr. Peterson was Jack Flang on our contract, it said, when Murphy's Law shows up, see Mr. Peterson. And he was...
The dog, yeah.
I could never do that with my Chihuahua because he's a fucking... It's like taking Puerto Rican Mike on tour. I'm coming back from Hong Kong, and my roommate's like Petey's dying, and dog, like we're brothers. The only way you can let a dog down or your brother's down. So my dog's dying. I'm coming back from Hong Kong. My roommate's like, what do I do if he dies? I'm like, put him in the freezer. So he dies. I get home and my dog's in the freezer. So I take him out the freezer. I go to my van, and some motherfucker tagged my van. So he tags my van, and I call Isaac. Isaac finds out who did it in 2 hours. Nice. But in the 2 hours that Isaac finds this guy Gennaro, like a real gangster guy from my neighborhood, whose mother babysat my niece and nephew, this is crazy. So Gennaro brings the kid to me and takes care of everything, hooks me up. And then the kid, he'd apologized, he was fucked up. The kid sends me a picture. Here's where it gets nuts. The kid sends me a picture of him doing Kung Fu with Vinny Stigma. So you understand how small, But the anger I had for when I got home, my dog anger with this kid overran the sadness of me taking my dog to get cremated at Hartsell Pet Cemetery, the oldest pet cemetery in America.
And I'm not disrespecting your dog, but wait, who was doing Kung Fu with Vinny Stigma?
Yo, hold on. Stand by.
I got lost for a second. I was somewhere else.
I just went, took a piss, and came back to, no disrespect to your dog, but who was doing Kung Fu with Vinny Stigma?
The kid that tagged up my van.
All right.
And the guy that, in 2 hours, Isaac found the kid, and the guy, it was like this crazy, small, like really small world.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But now this pet cemetery.
Every time I shut my eyes, it's not a very small world right now.
They have this dog, Grumpy. It's like from it's the oldest pet cemetery in America. They have the war dogs there. But there's like a lion cub buried there. It's like this hard to, that's where I want my ashes, if anything happens. But, this place, dude,
next to Mr. Grumpy?
Dude, there's beer and wine. But these, I'm talking, this is 100 and something years old. Grumpy there's a like a copper like face of him from 18 something.
Just this is wrong podcast. I'll read us your last will and testament, bro. Which is I don't know what dimension I'm in right now.
You're fucking freaking me out right now, dude. I'm still thinking about someone doing kung fu with Vinny Stickler.
Brent, right? I didn't even play Pink Floyd at Pompeii yet.
I know.
Oh, we can't wait.
That guy you got, right? Now imagine being tripping on mushrooms and Sean Dixon with his leg hanging open after banging the girl you dreamed to bang. And he's standing there with his leg open, and the cop comes in and goes, "Who's the guy in charge?" I'm like, "Oh, it's my room," and leans on the table, and there's a giant mushroom cap right there, and they take Sean away, like tripping balls. I was like,
Probably because they want to fix his leg.
well, he stepped through a window and walked past the family while I'm trying to bang my dream punk rock girl.
But what family?
Where are we
The room next to my room. Dude, he broke through the window and walked past his family and terrified them. So this cop, of course, comes. He's like, "Who's in charge?" I'm like,
Why would the cop ask who's in charge? Who's in charge of what?
Because we had like 3 rooms. Because we had 3 rooms.
Oh, all right.
That was like when the cop was like, "Who's James Drescher?" And the cop hit me in the head. Yo, Brett. It was like now that I'm sitting with you, it was like I'm sitting with this girl and the cop comes up. Like, "Who's James Drescher?" I am. And the cop just like,
That's the title of this episode.
Like, bah! And then they beat me up in front of all the kids that got arrested at the show. And I was just like, yo, all right, here's another story. The smallest bag of cocaine that I ever had in my life.
I hope one day a cop walks up to me and goes, "Who's in charge?" I'm like,
I am. So there's this guy TC, this black guy TC, like the ska guy, like the dickhead. So dude, Steve Posh, rest his soul, gives me the world's smallest bag of cocaine I've ever seen in my life. I swear to God, I've never seen a small bag. But this guy TC,
is this still the same guy who asked you who's in charge?
No, it's this black guy TC.
Because that's where we're at.
Rico knows this black guy TC, but he was threatening all of us. He was like, "Yo, when I see, I'm gonna shoot you." So he comes to the door at my friend's club, and I get it right in front of him. I was like, "You're gonna shoot DMX?" So I punch him in the face, and he leaves and comes back with like 20 cops. So I take my hat off and all this shit, and I had the world's smallest. I swear to God, I never saw another bag that small. So they take me to 9th precinct, and the cop, this big bald cop, takes the bag out and goes like, "Aha!" And I'm like, "Aha!" I'm like, "What are you gonna? You're gonna go from like?" And I'm wasted. I'm like, "You're getting a promotion from like nothing to nowhere." And they lump me up. And once again, that's where my dad beat me up better than you. Whenever cops beat you up, always say, you always say, "My dad beat me up better than you." Wait till I tell you something about the acid on the side of the road.
Why not?
So now they're gonna put me in the tombs. And I'm sitting waiting with this cop.
Wait, hold on. The tubes.
The tubes in the Lower East Side, it's like the big jail. And it used to be, it used to be really fucked up. When I worked with Ray B's at the Pyramid Club, we protected drag queens. And I had to go to jail like numerous times.
I was just confused about the nomenclature, so I'm putting you in the tubes.
So now I'm waiting with this cop to go into this jail thing. And now I'm talking like I'm talking to you guys. And all of a sudden the cop loves me. And I'm about to go into the system, and it's like, He's like, "You know what?" He's like, "You're not so bad. Let's get a beer one." I was like, "Nope, fuck you." And they took me into the tombs, and as soon as they took me into my cell, who's across my cell? Damien Burns, our brother Damien. So me and Damien started singing like, "Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red." They had to separate me and Damien.
Who thought it was a good idea to take mushrooms and do a podcast?
You.
All right.
I simply recommended the marijuana and cocaine.
So you never dropped acid in your eyes and played CBGBs. That was the guy. We had the guy Stray Ray.
No, that is distinctly.
We had a guy. There was a guy Stray Ray.
Jimmy.
Stray Ray, pure LSD. And I don't even know how. Honestly, truth, I don't know how I would play Murphy. Why? Because Murphy song sucks. So I would drop the acid in my eyes and be like, "Yeah, let's do the fun song." That's when we were making shit up. I'm still making
Eddie
shit up.
Murphy's Law song is a fun song.
The Bonk song, like.
Where's the serious one?
Yeah. Can we get a fucking?
Weren't you supposed
ballad?
you were supposed to make a fucking podcast intro? I'm gonna put you on the spot. You were too busy recording a ska record and a punk record.
Wait a minute. Well, I'm still waiting for our brother to finish the record with me. I'm fucked up now. What I do? Oh, why is everybody waiting with bated breath for me to fuck up?
Everyone's hanging on everyone.
Pro work.
Wait, is everyone on mushrooms?
We're only an hour and 7. This is like shit's kicking in now.
It's only an hour and 7.
Yo, Brent, it's gonna be great when we go.
Bro,
into
I thought we started this last year.
Yo, Arizona, like straight road, like fucking. You guys are dicks, dude. Like Texas, like Texas, like on tour in Texas.
Like the homeless guy in here.
That's our brother, dude.
That's our brother.
Like on tour in Texas, and you straight roads. It's like my dream. I'm in Manhattan. I haven't gotten to 5th gear on my M8. It's like that bike's doing 100 on 4th gear, and guys, you got all these guys like, shovel headed, all this other shit. That's for certain things, but my dream was to get like a new Harley, and I got it. And dude, I'm so terrified and in love with it. That's why I got the Heritage Softer, because I love spokes, I love floorboards. Adios mio. But I want to do speed with you guys and ride real fast. No, I really do.
Okay.
So can I talk to?
You can.
Do whatever you want. Dude.
Okay,
No, I don't want to.
then what do you want?
No, so I've only ever owned fucking super sports, right? Like Jap bikes.
How do you even fit on them? You're gigantic.
Not well.
I had the fucking Gullwing. I bought a Gullwing on a whim.
Well, my last bike was a Honda RC51, and
I love Jap bikes too.
well, I have no idea where I was going with this fucking line of questioning, because I am so out of my fucking mind right now.
You know what? I used to have
Tell
a
us another
TW
Murphy's Law story, please.
I used to have a TW 200 that was a big fat tire bike, and me and Russ, we had 2 of them. And dude, that bike, and they still make that same bike, Yamaha TW 200 with the big fat tires. It's like a bulletproof bike. But you know what I really want? The PS 250, the fucking what is it? The Ruckus, the Ruckus, the big Ruckus.
Fucking awesome over here.
What happened, Truth? What happened?
This shit's kicking in, dude.
Is it kicking?
Just now, or just?
No, it's good.
All right.
What?
Yeah. See what I'm saying?
And
So we can only make this better if you guys actually watch Pink Floyd at Pompeii, and the best bass line ever.
just do that.
I think I did more than 4 hits of this, dude.
It's like Kung Fu with stigma.
Dude, you ever see Sigmund's split? The photo of him doing a full split?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So the kid that did the graffiti, it was like, after all that, he was like, sent me this picture. He's like, I'm so sorry. And he sends me a picture of him doing Fujao Pai Kung Fu,
What?
which our world got like this. Well, that's what the Kung Fu Vinny.
I didn't. All right. I'm not. Don't look at me like
Did you get lost in this universe
Yeah, I
of
did, I
the
did.
drama
I
of me
did
trying to
for a
get this
second.
out?
I did for a second.
This is why I
Because I
didn't do
got
the
lost in
mushrooms
like
with them.
5 fucking minutes.
But I'm smoking this shit. I'm ready to fucking be like, yo, what's up, bro?
As soon as you stopped interacting, I'm like, yo, he's lost in it just like I am.
Yeah, I know. You shut your eyes, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, it's amazing. Yo, go take a piss.
No.
You can't flush the toilet. You're mesmerized. Like, the only thing pulled me out, I was like, I'm on a podcast right now. Otherwise, I'm going to be in here till next year.
Dude, I went to see Black Flag with Chris Cheruki, who used to sing for Cause for Alarm, and
Who?
Chris Cheruki, who sang for Cause for Alarm.
Okay.
And then later on became the sound man for the Grateful Dead. And he recently passed away, one of my best friends. And John Watson, who sang for
Yeah,
Agnostic Front. Roger's like the 3rd singer.
Yeah.
So we take this trip to Philadelphia in a bus to go see Black Flag. And that was when I was like, we get to the show, and we're like, yo, we're from New York, we're here to dance. I was like, but I take acid and we go to fucking the Science Museum of Science and Industry.
When that bathroom light opened and it shined on you, you look like Kurtz from Apocalypse Now.
Who's that guy? Who's Kurt?
He should have like the horror.
Who's Kurt?
You don't know Colonel Kurtz from fucking Apocalypse Now?
Yo.
It just freaked me out. It just freaked me out.
Truth that happens to be yeah. That's the horror.
The horror.
The horror.
It's all right.
How about fucking that? How about that movie, dude? Dennis Hopper, dude. Dennis Hopper's the fucking man, dude. It's all right. It's all right. So the guys that taught me about bikes, those were Vietnam vets. The guy Zach was a photographer in Vietnam.
Yeah,
And the other guys that when I would go to Virginia to pick up speed for certain friends on my
Pick up
56
pick up from certain friends and bring
in
it to
my
certain
leather
friends.
pants with my spiked hair, two other punk rock guys to Virginia. But then we would shoot guns with those guys, dude, and they were Vietnam vets. So there's a guy in my neighborhood now that looks like the singer of like Rose Tattoo, and I see him every day. Now I call him Richie Nam. So Richie, tattoo guy, you think he's a punk rock star? He collects like band shirts, but he did two tours in Vietnam. So at our age, we don't know many people that Afghanistan, but Vietnam. He did 2 tours in Vietnam. Second tour, a radio guy, like the Target, no helmet. He sent me pictures with his M16. It's just like, our friends, back in the day, like friends went, we haven't had a war in a while. We're about to go into some crazy shit.
I'm ready.
I'm not.
You should be.
No, not currently.
Yeah, not for the next 4 hours.
Not even close.
But we've had plenty of street, but I've had friends that tell you stories of in combat and shit. It was like,
why are you getting so serious right now?
Poor times to do it.
No, that's cool.
No, but then like playing all over the world, I play Hiroshima. And now Hiroshima, we blew it up off the face of the earth. And I make best friends with the Japanese kids. I make best friends with the Japanese kids. Hashishima. And did you ever do cocaine in Hiroshima?
No,
I did. But I made friends with a whole crew of guys there. So they take me to this corner, and I don't go visit this fucking shit. So they take me to this corner. I'm like, why are you taking me to this fucking corner? It was because this kid, his name was Loser, like smoked weed to get weed in Japan. He took me to the corner. He's like, your friend died on this corner. We want you to be here where his soul. I was like, it wasn't about nuclear war. It was about friend, our friend. If he's my friend, he's your friend. So I was like, they're not paying attention. But then Germans, they suck.
Wait.
I don't know what's going on right now.
The best is that this podcast, it's the 2 most stoic dudes in the crew, me and him.
Really. You're the most. Me and you were stoked. I can't wait. I can't wait till we get on bikes in Arizona, and then like do like an easy rider thing, get fucked up and ride. We'll just have a guy in a van that's a lawyer follow us and just ride again. No, I'm serious. Like easy ride. Like the man is in the window. The man is in the window. That whole shit. My favorite movie, and you might hate me. I saw Electric Light in Blue, and after I saw that movie with Robert Blake, I wanted to be a motorcycle cop. I want to be a motorcycle cop. It was like I want to ride a Harley Davidson and have a gun and have like a bunch of other guys with guns. And
Couldn't you just be a motorcycle guy with a gun?
exactly. Well, I could still be that. But it turned out like years later, one of my best friends, this girl, best friends with me and Ray Bees and stuff, married this guy who's a good friend of mine, Richie, and Richie was a bike cop and a highway patrol cop, which is like fucking. I'm not a bootlegger, but road warrior. She had that dude, but And then he's retired now. He's also a Navy guy. So now he was Army. He's retired. But dude, Richie, dude, imagine getting up every day. Look at Glad and Blue, that Robert Blake, Beretta. I think I'm getting fucked up now. You know what's funny? You know what's funny, all you guys? We're sitting here. None of these mics are on. We're just entertaining you guys.
No, this shit ain't even rolling. It's fucking be the best.
Not even on a
It
podcast.
doesn't even fucking record.
I don't even know what you want right now.
No, I want to show.
Just repeat the whole thing.
If we could watch Pink Floyd Pompeii, I'd take mushrooms. But Pink Floyd Pompeii, I gotta tell you. Hey, Brent, you ever see that?
What?
Pink Floyd of Pompeii.
No.
I can't believe you
I'm
fucking.
going to now, though.
I've seen bits and pieces. It was very good.
Dude, the Beastie Boys is like a bit of it. That's when I saw it. I know I'm a wannabe like bass player, guitar player, drummer, musician, but I'm just a mouth. So I bought this fucking 1965 P bass. There was this guy beer truck, like one of our, like for like $1,000. And then after my bike accident, it was like I learned that like the best investment, if you know guitars, I bought a 65 SG. Can't play guitar, but I got it. But when I got fucked up, I sold the two of them for like $8,000. Yeah, but you know what they're worth now? Like $30,000. Yeah, but guitars, dude, if you don't even play them, it's even better. Dude. But dude, Pink Floyd, fuck Screwdriver, Pink Floyd, dude.
I mean, there's all right. That's the quote.
Fuck. Screwdriver, I mean Pink Floyd.
Well, how many Nazis did that movie The Wall create? You saw that movie, right?
Is that I don't know. Yeah, I saw that.
But
Did they create?
Yeah, after that movie, I mean, many of us are the same age. But after that movie, well, where'd you get the Hammerskins? Hammerskins came from that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Hammerskin, all that shit. So we did a show called, it was like It's Alive or something hardcore. It was like at Asbury Park, and we played. It was like the Misfits. It was like everybody playing. It was a long time ago. So we came out to like, so ya thought you might like to. We did the whole Pink Floyd like intro thing.
Yeah.
But this girl Amy, she was making the merch for Pink Floyd, and there was like this Hammerskin shirt. I was like, she's a fucking like hippie chick. I'm like, Amy, I was like, you know what that is? She's like, I was like, that's like the Hammerskin like logo. I was like, you're making like Nazi skinhead merchandise. And she was like, she was crushed.
I mean, to be fair, didn't Pink Floyd have it first?
Did they have what?
The Hammerskin logo first?
Yeah, that's where
So
that came from.
Yeah, the Hammerskin stole it.
Yeah, those two crossed hammers. But also that whole all that imagery and all that shit that created so many like wrong-ended skinheads. That was it.
I need you to understand that I cannot hold a fucking
That's right.
line of fucking time at all.
You guys having fun?
Oh, a blast. You just spent the last 15 minutes as a fucking Simpsons character.
So Brent, we
Every
got.
time I shut my eyes, I go.
We got to do we got to plan this. We got to do a ride, and we get like the what's that?
Like
that's-
Pirates of the Caribbean? Like Pirates of the DMT?
All right, so I'm gonna tell you Disney World. I'm gonna tell you. All right. So you want to know a Disney World story? So we take.
Sure, why not?
So I'm with Russ from Underdog, and I trade T-shirts with this kid whose parents are hippies. He's like, oh, my parents made this acid. I got this acid. So we go to Disney World, and we drop this acid at the castle, and then it's like pure like LSD now, and we get to we go to Space Mountain. My brother throws up, gets fucked up. We don't ride road. So I go to the bathroom.
What?
I go to the bathroom and I'm in the bathroom and the ass is kicking in but pure like LSD.
Yeah,
And it's like all these kids like, I don't want to go cocky. I don't want to go potty. I'm like, I'm out in the bathroom. I come out.
The best is that my eyes were shut and I was on Space Mountain as you were talking about Space Mountain.
Yo, dude, on acid, bad. So I'm with Russ Underdog. So I'm thinking it's great. All of a sudden it's like, Russ has this birthmark that runs down his neck and his back. He's my friend my whole life. And now they, have the family corral thing where now there's like 4 families sitting in this thing and everyone's tripping balls. And Russ is like, he got sunglasses on. He's like, James, where's my sunglasses? I'm like, dude, they're on your head. And I'm looking around at everybody. I'm like, Once again, I'm like the guy, trying to be the guy. I'm like, and I'm fucking tripping. I'm like, I'm ready to be like, help. So I'm like, to get out of here, we got to go through Tomorrowland, through Frontierland, to the tram, to the end drive. So I'm like, oh my God. So I look over and there's this fucking log flume. There's new ride, Splash Mountain, which is, so we get on, I'm like, let's go on the log flume ride. It's water, would be cool. We get on this fucking log. Dude, you turn, we get on a log. You turn, the first thing, this frog comes out, he's like, you're on. I have a picture. I have a picture of me and a frog. He's like, you're on your way to the laughing place.
No.
So the whole fucking ride is zippity doo dah, zippity. The whole thing is like it's like bumblebees and bears and of course now they're trying to change it because they think it's racist because
Uncle Remus.
Yeah, of course. Whatever. But we're tripping balls, dude. And you're going up this thing and these two vultures like. Everyone's got a laughing place, even Brer Fox. I'm like, well, there's a picture of me and Ross like, ah.
You should probably open your eyes for this. Don't go there. Don't go to the song. Don't do that. That's a bad place to go on DMT, bro.
I'm in the laughing place.
Dude,
okay.
Then the time we went, and they were like, oh, come tonight? Do we stay open later? So
every time I open my eyes, you either have your glasses on or off. Do you keep taking them on and off? Like, it's freaking me out. Like, every time I look at you, it's different.
What do you mean? Truth, I only take my glasses off when I'm on stage. I don't know how.
He hasn't taken his
I don't know how. All you guys, I don't know how I play on stage without glasses on. It must be blood flow or something, but when I put my glasses on stage, I don't want to play anymore. I'm like, this is creepy. I hate this shit.
When you put them on?
Yeah, that guy Milo could do that, but he's a douche. He's like, do you know what I think about you? I take my glasses off and it's like, I tell my drummer, switching to blind. But Disney World again. We pull up and they're like, yo, come tonight. It's like we stay open late, so we pull up. There's all these vans, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? This is cool. It turned out to be the Night of Joy, the biggest Christian gathering in the United States, and we're all, but they're savage animals. They're horrible people cutting each other up. They're looking at us with our tattoos, but it was like, fucking, don't ever take gas and go Disney World. You know that song, Sarasota. Speeding down the highway doing 85, make it there alive. So this kid gave us like 50 hits of microdot each. Me and my trombone player, we had the horn section. So we put them in the brim of our hats, and we buy these burritos, and we're driving. No, Alligator Alley.
No.
So, dude, we get pulled over.
Is this still the Night of Joy?
This is on the way into Florida.
Burritos.
So
Wait, this is on the way to Florida?
That's another story.
Oh, okay.
So we get pulled over by like this Guido cop, and I had just been.
I thought you just got 50 hits of ass.
The day before, me and Russ got
burritos.
The day before we got bit up by mosquitoes looking at alligators. So I have like some virus from mosquitoes, and this lady cop, this little Barney Fife black lady cop, and this Guido's digging through our van. In the brim of our hats.
Too many things rhyme with burrito right now, bro. I can't
There's enough
do
acid
this
to put us away forever.
Bro, burrito, Guido,
Mosquito.
I can't. There's
That's
too
a
much
Nirvana
alliteration.
song.
You're making a song, dude.
I gotta sing Nirvana song. A mosquito, a burrito, a Nirvana, BMS. Yo, that chick's. Hey, Truth, how you doing, bro? You know, I'll smoke one, right?
It's the mushrooms. It's not even that.
So I just want to say to my Arizona brothers, I love you guys. I'm so happy to see you guys. Yo, but we got a plan to like ride and bring I'm seriously like, trip and take a lawyer with us and ride and get fucked up. Frogs? Yo, me and Todd, you lick the frog. You ever lick a frog that makes you trip?
That's what he's talking about. Toad. But
Toad.
You gotta do the toad while you're out there.
Lick the toad, dude.
Kurtz.
No more puns on DMT, guys. Bro, we can't do this shit right
I'd
now.
rather lick the toes. I'd rather lick the toes than a toad.
Yeah, dude, we got him in my
Feet, like feet? Yeah, you guys are awful. See it? What happened to this podcast?
It fucking derailed, dude.
You stopped.
You stopped. You were the only thing holding this thing together, dude. You don't, bro.
So, Truth, what bikes you got at the shop? Let's talk bikes.
No, don't ask me questions.
No, why would you do that?
Don't ask me questions.
Just trying to normalize
Don't
this.
ask me questions I don't have the answer to.
You know this one? Ask me the question, I'll tell you no lies. A guy got hit with a bag of shit right between your eyes. That was Bang Bang Rosie. Bang Bang Rosie. Rosie bangs all day. Who's going to bang for Rosie? Rosie bangs away. Rosie had a bicycle. The seat was made of glass. Every time she hit a bump, a piece went up her. Bang, bang, Rosie. See, that's why I take the mushrooms.
You didn't take them?
No, I've been smoking this thing. You thought it was going to kill me. If I took mushrooms, I'd be like,
You see like those two?
I'd be like, you got to watch Pink Floyd right now.
I gotta say though, I'm pretty impressed. He's just like they're puffing on it, like it's
I know.
Dude, yeah.
So
I'm getting my money back.
no, hold on. I
Not
actually
on
think
these mushrooms.
I have a fucking theory about this. So you know how everybody talks about seeing like interdimensional jesters and fucking people when they get sent to space doing
No, I
DMT?
do not.
Well, you don't, because you talked all the way through a transcendental experience twice. So, but I really think I think
weird.
yo, the reason we're not getting sent to space is because we're in the presence of a fucking transcendental fucking elf right now. It's Jimmy fucking G.
Did you finally figure out I'm from outer space?
I mean, yeah, it only took.
You know what I read the other day? You know, I won't eat octopus anymore because, you know, they found octopus.
Can we get a fucking segue?
Well, like the thing on the screw
Yes.
thing?
Yeah, two of those, please.
Me and Tuesday and Ryan Segway. You're too big for Segway.
Can that be the name of this fucking episode? You're too big for a
How about
segue.
I'm sorry, that's wrong.
Oh, what happened to the octopus?
I made it. I'm fucked up.
They found an octopus in space.
Keep your hand looks like a doll mannequin hand. I can't look at
That
it.
fucking.
What?
I don't know why, dude. It's freaking me out. I know it's just me.
No, it's
Are you talking about the red? The red in his cup?
No, his hand. Not that one. That one's like a fucking freaky fucking hand.
so nice. So
It's like a fucking fake mannequin. Like a child's doll.
a child's doll.
I can't
What
even
you
look
talking about? So, dude, you were talking about the spot in Kansas, that tiny little spot when the girl bit me, and I fucked my fucking guitar player.
You were talking about that, not me.
Dude, when was anybody talking about that?
I don't know.
No, we were talking about.
Literally, when was anybody? We've been at this an hour and a half. When was anybody
I'm just trying to bring
talking about that?
levity. I'm trying to bring levity.
levity.
So, Brent, well,
Who's
so
levity?
Levity is levity is
that's the song, you know that song.
interjecting.
No, that's a song. Now I'm getting fucked up.
He likes getting bit.
So what about the hammer, dude? Now I got the hammer back.
Isn't that what?
That's
That's
why I
a Two
took
Live
the-
Crew song, right?
So go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying. Now I'm
One
getting fucked up.
part. Go ahead for one part.
Continue, please.
I forgot what I was saying. Now I'm fucked. Now I'm fucked up.
I'm trying to do my job. Please continue.
Well done. So what happened next?
Best podcast ever.
I forgot.
Remember when you told me this was top 20?
I forgot. But you what bike you got? You got a bike?
Not anymore. I got a 3-year-old.
Take a ride. Your 3-year-old's probably as big as me.
She's got a Schwinn.
Schwing?
Schwinn?
I had a Schwinn.
Schwinn? Yeah.
Schwinn. You gotta get a bike, dude. You gotta get a bike.
We have to stop saying this back and forth to each other because I can't handle it.
Schwing?
Don't. She's got a tricycle, Jimmy.
Yo, who got the bottle of vodka for $25? Yo, truth, right? Truth, the last time you left me with a bottle, and it damn near killed me, dude. Where we were?
That was not the
When we were in
intention.
Buffalo. I think we were in Buffalo.
That wasn't the intention.
I know, but
A bottle in Buffalo.
where's Cousin Joe? Where'd Cousin Joe go? Cousin Joe Balance?
I can't. I'm not.
Because for like 10 minutes and then it's gone.
All right, so back.
You have to approach me with your left hand, not your right hand. If I give this to you.
Bro, we can't go.
I don't know.
You got a bike, right?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Denim?
What did you say?
I gotta say dynamite.
Did you say denim?
No, I said dynamite.
Oh, all right.
Yo, that,
You got a bike? Yes, denim.
dude, that.
Yeah.
Denim. Well,
Dude,
that's
they
what
find
Roscoe
that-
P. Cocaine would say.
So you know Mel. We go to the Harley Davidson Museum, and Mel hooks me up with this guy Bill, and Bill is like the guy.
Freaking going.
Bro, when you take your fucking headphones off, it's like you've just entered a different world.
I'm not doing it.
I wouldn't recommend it, but I really have to pee.
My voice is different.
You no longer hold sway over me now with the headphones off. It's amazing. It's like I'm no longer in rapt attention.
So I go to the museum and
Can we
meet this
just
guy
address
Bill.
how shot she is? Are you okay? Okay, because neither can I. So, cool.
That's why I didn't take the mushroom. I'm still smoking this. I should be dead though, shouldn't I? Or maybe.
Alert.
I didn't even tell you guys about the naked me shit in my pants in a Hamburg store yet with
Go ahead.
Yo, with Vinny Stigma. All right, you guys want to hear that story?
Yes, sure.
So I go to Hamburg with Steve Potts, rest his soul, and we're in Hamburg, and they're like, don't go out. There's the wall. There's these walls where you get the hookers, and But anyway, I go to this pizzeria. I get these a pizza with cockles.
What the fuck is a cockle?
It's like a barnacle. I don't know why the fuck I ate it. So I eat this pizza like I thought it was like mussels. So I eat it, and now we're going to go out for the night. And I'm talking to Paz. I'm talking to you. We're peeing in the lobby. I'm talking to Paz. Dude, I shit my pants so hard, dude. so now Paz is like what do you want me to do? I go to the bathroom.
See what happens when you leave for a minute?
In the lobby, I got to open up the door and like a toilet. It's a shower. So I'm like, Pa's like, what do you need? I need socks. He's like, socks. Ew.
Socks for what?
So I'm throwing.
For the shower?
I shit myself big time. So I throw all my stuff out the window, and I change up. Now we're good to go. We'll go outside. So we go out and we step out the hotel. All my
get rid of socks.
all my shit clothes are in front of the hotel, the entrance. so now I get so banged out. We go to this bar. There's the bar, the Seaman, like this punk rock bar, and we go there.
The Seaman is a gay bar.
Well, it's on Hamburg, so it's a seaport. So I pick up this Italian girl, and I'm of course outside the wall. I go upstairs with the girl, and she's super hot, and she won't take her clothes off or anything. And I'm like, so give me my money back. And it's like, nah, fuck you. And she hits this button, and these
At
two.
one.
No, it's
point,
like
was she-
Hamburg. So she come through the door with these two
Was she a
German.
hamburger? Because she didn't give you your money back, right?
She came through with
She's a
these two
hamburger.
German dudes with a German Shepherd.
What?
Yes.
Where are we right?
In Hamburg.
I put these back on.
The dog?
I got it.
Like a dog?
Yeah, a German Shepherd and two.
She rang the thing and the dog came
No,
up?
the security guys came with the dog.
Oh, with the dog.
And I fall down the stairs, and then I meet up.
When were stairs? I don't.
Well, in Europe they have stairs that go like spiral staircases.
I'm pretty sure they have stairs around the world, Jimmy.
But they're not American stairs.
Oh.
Like you could never fit up and down Amsterdam stairs. They're like a ladder.
I guarantee you,
You'd be like, oof.
They call that a Bavarian bridge.
Bavaria's badass. So you know about, I got a story about Bavaria too, but that's
Yeah, of course.
So back to Hamburg. So now I'm angry with the Germans. So I go to this bar and meet up with Vinny and everybody. And there's like 12 African guys. Like I'm talking like African guys in robes, like 12 foot tall, like giant African. And I make friends with them right away. And I hate Germans as it is. So I'm with the African guy.
Hold on.
So I swear to God, I'm with
Who's the
these
12-foot tall guys?
giant African guys.
African?
With robes on, the whole shit. Like,
But you hate the Germans.
I still can't stand German.
He met them in Germany.
Remember this, Jimmy Gestapo hates German. I'm not Gestapo. So I'm fucking with them, and I go back to the hotel and run around like naked in the hotel and stick.
What did the 12-foot Africans have to do with this?
So Stigma and the sound man put a cigar in my mouth and carried me through the hotel. He's not even tripping either. Told you guys.
Oh my Christ.
So who's got blow? Anybody? You got blow?
You've done it all.
That sucks. So anyway. So who's listening to this?
Nobody.
Who knows?
Like I've lost every listener.
Oh my
You know, the two people listen to it is Rick Healy and Harley Flanagan.
Yeah. They just need to hear that.
And we just got favorited by Drew Stone.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you and where did you come from?
I just appeared.
Please sit down.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know. Him. No, I'm not. I'm just fucking with you. I promise. I'm just fucking with you. No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you.
I'll say.
France.
What?
So,
I played in Marseille. I played all over France. I love France.
Did you just start speaking a different fucking language?
No, Germans suck. French
why
people
would
are great.
No, not me.
No, I know
No,
you.
really though. Germans are dicks, right? German. You go to Europe as an American and you think, French people don't like Americans. Then you go to France and you find out that Germans are dicks and French people are great, and Italians are amazing, but there's no air conditioning or ice cubes anywhere.
right. As he takes it.
Where did we just go?
And into the realm of Snuffleupagus.
No ice cubes.
So,
No ice cubes, right?
Oh, yeah.
so this is like,
Of course, I heard the Germans took the ingredients and won't release it to
this
Europe.
whole situation's fucked up. Because we normally don't have an audience. When
But those Nazi motherfuckers can make a Mercedes Benz with like air conditioned seats and go on the autobahn like a million miles an hour. They make a Sprinter, so you go on tour with your hardcore band in Europe in a Sprinter, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, there's no air conditioner." But like the Sprinter here for $80,000 has air conditioning. Yo, I like air conditioning and I like
I do
ice.
too.
That was a few years back. Nowadays, anything.
But France, dude,
filed that complaint.
Dude,
is
Paris, in Paris, there's this place called the Dirty Dick. And when me and Todd went there, it said the dirt by the Moulin Rouge, and like tourist land. It said the Dirt Dick, and me and Todd were like, we got to go there. So we go into this place, and there's like a madam, and they spoke patois, it's like French, like a southern, yeah. So Todd picks like the grandmother of them, and I pick like the daughter, and we go into this booth. You sit in the booth. You sit in this booth, and they.
Can I hold on? I need to put a pause real quick.
What?
I'm looking and I'm wondering at what point is Truth going to open his eyes to get him out of this fucking
I'm on
storied fantasy.
I'm recording. I'm not even listening.
Okay,
Welcome to Disney World, bro.
Because it's about to get real fucking dark, I think.
It's better here.
Anyway,
Anyway,
carry on.
I think. Doesn't that guy play in a band carry on? He plays with Lars.
Yeah, I think it's Kansas.
No,
Kansas. Let's go, Kansas.
Kansas. Go back to Kansas.
Yo.
What was that? That was from that movie American Pop. I got shit lips. Yo, so I got a bottle of vodka for $24.
There you go.
Where's Cousin Joe?
Where is he?
Failing. I'm with the Arizona guys who are getting banged out. Now imagine us.
5 in the morning.
Can I just add a quick
Yeah,
interjection
but that ain't
here?
shit though. Yeah, I'd love one, bro. Thank you.
It's like a Howard Stern show over here.
Oh, fuck that guy. You know what that guy did?
What do you do? What do you do?
One of my old girlfriends. They called her like the space alien, and he took her bones and like played with her like bone, like her ashes. This girl Debbie Tay. I met her through my old drummer Doug, and she became like part.
Howard Stern played with her ashes.
Yeah, and the family sued that dickhead. Yeah, but yeah. I got a story for everything, bro. I really do.
The problem is you have no middle part for everything. So
The beginning and the end.
I got the middle part.
I need to know how point A can.
we just need you to say the middle part out loud.
Thank bro.
Not Howard Stern's a dickhead. He played with my ex-girlfriend's ashes.
Well, Not really.
The family's being sued.
I mean, it's very succinct, but we need some.
No, I'm not gonna go from there.
I just needed context. A little bit.
I want to take mushrooms with you guys and ride bikes in
You should
Arizona.
have took the mushrooms, dude.
No, we're
Way
not
better.
right. We're not right. I'm smoking this thing.
Bro, if you think you can fucking work a bike on this shit,
I've done it before. I used to smoke dust around my bike, dude.
you're right. You are correct.
Now I hit it. Now I don't even have a key. I go next to my bike. It's got a fob. It means fag on bike, and I push. Yo, you like that, right? That's my brother. I love you. And I push a button, and it starts, dude. And then it goes. It's got 6 gears. I only get through 4 of them, because by the time I get to 4, I'm going 100. I'm so scared. I love it. Oh, I'm feeling this now. This is awesome.
All right, good night, everyone. Thank you.
The bike, having fun all the time.
No, I was recording, dude.
No, you weren't. Were you really?
You just,
Oh, you're a dick. Shut up. I was just kidding.
this is after the
Yeah.
credits roll. Play this after the credits roll.
No. Wait. All right. You ready? Right. What's the name of? Oh, right. Welcome to the Truth Show. If you like motorcycles and music, he's your brother for the show.
Yeah, dude.
I can't talk anymore, so fuck you.